just stop the music. How are we doing? How's everybody's weekend going? Lovely to see so many people here. Let's start off with the hellos and welcomes to everybody. So first one in was the lovely Marilyn. So nice to see you here, poised and ready with your soy latte. I've got buttermint tea. It is so cold today that I had to put. I've got this lovely Christmas card that was done with is it dot art? I had to put that on top of it with a weight to keep the heat in because it would go cold really quickly. And then Sandra's here. Hi Sandra, how are you? And we have Sarah, Lily Rose. My knee operation yesterday is on hold due to the nickel being part of the component of a knee replacement, and I'm allergic to nickel, so I'm enjoying the freedom for now. Well, yeah, look at the positives. That's a great way of looking at it. Enjoy the freedom. So I'm assuming they're going to have to find something else, some other metal to swap with the nickel. We have Holly. Hello, Holly. Nice to see you. Petra, Trisha. We have Trio and Margaret. Nice to see you. My big sis Giselle is here. How are you doing? We have Nika and the lovely Laurie. We have Nothing So Strange. Saskia. Geese J. Who else do we have? Morning Glory. Nice to see you. I've got Do Not Disturb on. Yeah, that pinged so that I could. That pinged like a noise. I've got Do Not Disturb on. So, but anyway. Who else? Elspeth. I put the creator of Scarab and Dahlia in touch with Cheryl, and the creator confirmed she'll be stocking it in the UK. That's brilliant. Jonah, Steph, Bella, Suzanne, Kat, Sonique, Nancy. Hello and welcome, everybody. Lovely to see you all here. Yes, what have we all got for a drink? And what's it like where you are in the world? It's the temperatures are going to rise from next week, but it's been -5 for most of the day here today. And I still got up at 5 and went out and walked the dogs with my friend. It was actually lovely because it was not a full moon, but the moon was huge. And it was orange, like a big orange. I thought it was a blood moon, but that's not till March. This big, beautiful orange orb. I took a picture and put it on my Facebook. It actually looks like the sun on the photograph. And then it was like we'd had a covering of snow because it's that cold. It was ice white and the crunchiness underfoot. Loved it. What did you say? Snowing here. Wow. Oh, and Kim's in. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you. So yeah. So it was a day of getting home, getting some food in, and hunkering down for the day. And that's exactly what I've done since about 9 o'clock this morning. I'm excited for my dinner tonight. I put a gammon joint in the slow cooker with Pepsi Max Cherry. So far, it's been in for 10 hours. Went in at 9 o'clock. I like it to have at least 12 hours. But the smells are gorgeous. So, yeah, it's been a day of just kind of getting under a blanket and chilling out. I bought and watched Wicked. I'm getting a little bit obsessed by it. I'm reading the book. I've seen the stage show. I saw the film at the cinema. But you can either rent it or buy it now for various options. I got mine from Amazon, so I've got my Wicked mug out in honour, and it's just as brilliant on the small screen as it is in the cinema. Hey up, Chris. Anybody else seen it, or anybody not seen it? I should say. But what do you think? I just had something very quickly before I come on, and it was bugging me. It was stuck, but freed up now. Gross. Yeah, I can honestly say I think it's fast becoming one of my favourite films of all time. Absolutely love it. Anyway, let's look at some comments. Really snowing in Estonia. So cold here, says Nancy. Lily Rose says, Simon, I do have an allergy test to see how severe it is. I've never been properly tested, but I know I'm allergic to nickel. Nickel-free replacements are available. It has to be ordered. That's good. So hopefully you won't have to wait much longer. Beautifully bright and frosty in Norfolk. Yes, so tomorrow's going to be -3, so 2 degrees warmer than today. And then we're in the positives from Monday onwards. Temperatures are rising a little bit. Hello, Malamir. Can't believe a week has gone already. I know, Let. Is it Let or Letty? Or is it Louise? Everybody's saying hello to Chris. Laurie really enjoyed the book. Yeah, I haven't been able to read the book during the week. I read a bit this morning. I'm only really going to have weekends now to try and read it, but I'm enjoying it too. Slow start, but it's we're getting there now. It's so sunny here, Oz, and I'm over it. You're ready for the winter, are you, Tricia? I'm drinking an MB Zinger created by Mary Berry, cranberry juice, fizzy bitter lemon, and brandy with ice. Oh, that sounds amazing, Lily Rose. That sounds amazing. It's 2:03 p.m. in Sudbury, Ontario, and I'm bedridden. Woke up feeling sick. Tested for COVID. Oh, Holly, will be tested positive on the 9th. First time catching it. Yeah, it can. I mean, I've heard of people who've got COVID and they've only really had mild symptoms. Mine, as you all know, I caught off my mum. Or we all did as a family because we spent New Year's Day together, and it was brutal. It was really brutal. I was really poorly with it. And I tested positive for the full 10 days. So, yeah, it depends. Some people get it really bad, others not. So hopefully yours will be quite mild. 19 degrees in Spain. I'll have to wait until it's available on streaming. Well, that's the thing. They don't know if it will be because while they can charge for it, why would they stream? I'd imagine it will, probably after the second film comes out, but -8 last night, freezing miss. That's the worst. I hate driving in fog, freezing fog. And I had that on Boxing Day. I had to go 86 miles from one sister to the other. And for some reason, it took me down country lanes and visibility was awful. I also had it when I went to Glastonbury. The terrifying thing about Glastonbury was there was more traffic on the road because it wasn't Boxing Day, and there were lorries coming towards me down country lanes. And the only place for me was like on the bank. But visibility, and it was just these huge lorries were just coming out of the mist. It was terrifying. Leto says, I haven't seen Wicked yet. My sister is having a little viewing party when it comes out, and I need to create a Wicked themed dessert. Sounds like fun. Read the book, saw the movie, and the live musical. Oh, have you read all the books, Kim? Would you recommend all the books? And what did you think to the movie? Because obviously there's more in the movie, isn't there? Sandra was bad when she had COVID. I had the COVID vaccine and still got it 3 times. Yeah, that's the thing though, isn't it? The vaccine doesn't stop you from getting it. It just protects you more if you've got it. I keep up with vaccinations. First time I felt very tired mostly. Second time was like a bad cold. Chris said I was the same. COVID really floored me. I think it was 2021 I got it. Yeah, mine was the beginning of 2022. Why is this happening? I'm going to have to close that down. I've got Do Not Disturb on, but I think it's the Facebook group admins. Never had a shot, never got it. That's very lucky. Giselle, we have been snug by the fire all day and it was lovely. I think you have to. When it's really, really cold, bitterly cold days like today, the last thing you want to do is go out. I thought you'd got an event you were going to today, or is that tomorrow? I know you said at the weekend. Hi, Cheryl. Nice to see you. Did you watch Traitors last night and watch the follow-up Unblocked on BBC Two? I did. Oh, don't you just love the Traitors? I'm not into game shows much, but Traitors is just something else. Absolutely love it. There's so many twists. Okay. Uncloaked, it's called, Giselle. Traitors Uncloaked. So it's a bit like the spin-off where the chat. It's kind of a podcast, actually. I think there is a podcast for it. So after it finishes, you can go to BBC Two and they unpick what's happened in the episode and that sort of thing. Chewy says, hi, Simon. It's very cold and wet in South Germany. My fibromyalgia is very bad. Happy to be in the hermit's cave and relax a bit. Well, I hope the flare-up eases soon and enjoy being here. Hopefully take your mind off it. I had to go out, care for my mum. Yeah. At least it will be nice and warm at your mum's too. Can rent or buy Wicked now on Apple Plus? I'm waiting until March when I have the knee replacement. Yeah, and it's also on Sky something because my friend at work's got that. But it's also available now on Amazon Prime. It's $19.99 to buy or $15.99 to rent. And I thought, well, I may as well buy it, don't you, for £4 more. I went for a walk in it, loved it, but it was almost snow blinded by this at the start. It was really sunny, should have worn shades. I keep changing my mind about whether to get Ehrenberg Tarot. What's people's thoughts on it? For me, I think it's amazing. Absolutely amazing deck. I think you have to appreciate RWS because obviously that's where it takes its images from. They're zoomed in. But yeah, I think it's really clever. I think it's very intelligent, very clever. I love the colour tones. They're very warm, they're very muted. The backs are lovely. And it's a brilliant reader. It's really, really nice. Shannon loves the Ehrenberg. Trisha says, I love it, Chris, but I don't think you'll be upset with it. Oh, I read that as I think you'll be upset with it. I was like, why? I find it a bit cold, says Beth. -5 in Sweden, same as here then, Rolf. Cheryl says, I think it should be in everyone's collection. The readings will surprise you and you will gain an extra perspective. I absolutely agree. Yeah. I think it's, Robin mentioned it as well about being a classic in time. I think it's, I said at the time when I showed it, this I think will, perhaps in 30, 40, 50 years from now, will be how we view decks like Morgan Greer. Maybe not the same level, because back at the time, Morgan Greer wasn't surrounded by 5,000 other different decks that you can get today. There was limited pickings when it came to tarot, but I do think it will be a modern classic. I think the Ehrenberg looks really clever, but I have a feeling I will go off the artwork quite quickly. Hello, Moran. Nice to see you. Oh, chat is scrolling pretty fast. Definitely a modern classic. Ehrenberg Tarot is one of my favourites. I like the art style too. So just in case there's anybody here who doesn't know what we're talking about, because, can't assume, Cameron, there's 106 people here. They might not all know what we're talking about. This is the Ehrenberg Tarot. The box is a sturdy 2-part box from US Games, is the publisher. And so what it does, it will take the imagery of the RWS and its symbols, and it will focus close up, so you get the essence of that card. So for instance, 3 of Wands. So here we can see the person holding the telescope, because if we think of the 3 of Wands looking out, that's an example of that. The 2 of Cups. So the 2 of Cups, we see 2 people with their cups together. The classed as kind of like the lovers of the tarot, and then we've got the winged lion behind. So here we get the lion quite close up, but then we get the 2 hands and the 2 very different style cups. The 7 of Cups, the cup of choice, we just get 1 cup here, and it's all the objects that would be in the 7 cups are in that cup. Similarly with the courts, close up on the faces. Ace of Swords. So if you think about the ace cards with the hand coming out of the clouds, it represents that there by kind of being transparent, giving a nod to otherworldly realms. Oh yeah, 7 of Wands, focusing on the footwear. In the 7 of Wands, he's wearing 2 different style of shoes. One's a short shoe, the other one is like a boot. But he's on that rock. It's got the wand is depicted there. I love the luminary cards, star, moon, and sun. They're all very close up with a face. I love my faces in the. Let me show you a couple of others that's really emphasised as well. The 3 of Cups, that's one that we often see. So close up with the 3 cups, the hands. The 10 to represent that sort of heavy. It's that pushing that rock rather than somebody that's weighed down by. Oh, I love the Judgment card. You've got me started on this deck now. I only talked about it in my top 10 decks of 2024. But the hand coming out of the casket, gripping onto the sides. We've got the angel, the wings, and the trumpet. We focus on the hermit's lantern. You can see his hand and his cloak. I won't show them all. This is a clever one as well, temperance. We get, they could have just put the 2 cups pouring the water, but we've got the angel wings in the background. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. I mean, look how subtle the colours are. I love it. Absolutely love it. The 6 of Wands. We do get the white horse, but we also get the staff with the wreath and also on the head, like in the RWS. Giselle, do you have this deck? Because this is a great, in terms of our conversation and what I thought it represented, that we've got the tear here. We do have the heart symbolized as a hat pin, but I think that's a great 3 of Swords. What's your thoughts? The 9 with the hooded falcon here. We've still got that garden. We've got you get that sense of nobility with the falcon. You've got the stately home. You've got this luxurious garden that's growing grapes. So you get that sense of wealth, etc. Justice is blind. We've got the gavel. Love the 5. I'm going to stop because I'm going to end up doing a review of Ehrenberg. But I guess my response is, Chris, get it. What are you waiting for? No, seriously, it's got to resonate with you, though, hasn't it? And if you're unsure, then take your time. Giselle says, I agree, Simon. Actually, it's growing on me. Good. What, the concept of the 3 of Swords or just that one card? I'm going to buy it for Keith. Oh, cool. Caroline, I've never got this deck. Kept going back and forth. It reminds me a lot of the Aquarian Tarot. I don't know why. I do like it, though. Have you got... I haven't. Have you got the Star Law? Oh, I haven't. It looks quite interesting. I'll have to look that up if I remember. I need to remember. I know you bought it. Yeah, I saw Sandra's video. I know you bought it for her, but I wondered if you had it. Vintage Moon is on the fence, like our Chris is on the fence with it. It's just so clever. The bare bones of it. I wonder what Pixie would think about it. I think she'd be very honoured that she's the source inspiration for it. Oh, chat is moving fast. I just saw. Let me scroll up. I saw it was Beth. Come on. I just know that the US Games version is a bit slippery and the cards are larger. I sprung for the indie on Creator's website. Is it Shuffles for me? Are we still on about Ehrenberg? Didn't know it was indie. But I find that cardstock from US Games is one of my favourites. It's the same cardstock they use for like the Centennial deck, where it's quite sturdy. It has that nice feel. It's like their cardstock of 10 years ago when they brought out Centennial, and yeah, really good quality. But mine isn't slippy. So I'm wondering if you're on about the same deck or a different deck. Curious Travels, that is slippy, yeah. It's that really soft linen, isn't it? I mean, it's beautiful cardstock, and you can do that in your hand, and they all go everywhere. But it can be a little bit slippy. Yeah, talking about curious travels. Evening, just for fun, what would you consider the second most popular deck is after the RWS? I would say it's Marseille. The reason why as well is when we did Tarathon a few years ago, it was 2020. I did one about, well, it was my section was Pamela Coleman Smith and the RWS. It's still on my playlist and stuff. And it was about Pamela Coleman Smith, her life and everything about her. But, you know, when I was reading up on her, I read something about that it was the world's most popular tarot deck. And I thought, well, I wonder why that is, because Marseille has been around a lot longer, you know. And then I did a poll in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, and overwhelmingly people voted for RWS and then Marseille. And I think, I can't remember the exact percentage, but it was something like 80% were saying RWS, 15% were saying Marseille, and then 5 were saying Toth. Do you like Marseille, David? What was this? Simon what? Simon will never like Toth. It's not like I haven't tried. I have tried. I think if you're going to say, oh no, I really don't like something, you have to have tried it to know that you don't like it. What's that saying? You don't know until you try, or something. Our Chris has gone very quiet since we all kind of jumped on Ehrenberg. I'm hoping that's because he's gone off to buy it. Yes, definitely Marseille. And, you know, you could always get a hybrid deck as well. So another one that I showed in my top 10 was this beautiful deck with the black and white roses and lilies back, because this is fabulous. It's the Marseille weight, and it's got the Marseille style with an RWS image, but you also get the patterning that you get with Marseille, and it's just beautiful. It's on beautiful soft linen cardstock. It was on about the 3 of that's the 2, isn't it? What am I on about? Beautiful soft linen cardstock, very easy to shuffle. This one made me laugh. That's another option if people like the artwork of Marseille. It's by Alejandra Rosanne, available through Artisan Tarot. But I love this. Really love this deck. Gorgeous. There's our Fool. So anyway, yeah. So there are those kind of hybrids as well. I don't own a Marseille deck yet, says Nancy. How could you not love that deck from Artisan? I know, it's gorgeous. So, right. So what's have I got to share with you? Because it's 7:30. I just wanted to show you this. I got a belated Christmas gift from a lovely friend, Kelly Bear. I'm sure she won't mind me showing it. And it came this week, and I just thought, this is so lovely. It's this, well, I guess it's an ornament or a little, what would you call a mobile or trinket, but I forgot the name. What's the name of the artist? She's gone right out of my head. Who did Folk Tales Oracle? Sandra, you'll know. I think we both bought it from the Green Man and Green Goddess Goddess in Green Man shop in Glastonbury. But it's the original artwork, look, and this beautiful art paper on one side, and then that's on the other. But you can open it up, take out that if you want, and put your own photographs in it. But I won't, because it was bought directly from that shop with me in mind. But it's really gorgeous. It's quite heavy as well, but really nice. That was a gift from the lovely Kelly Bear for Christmas or Yule. So I got that this week. It's beautiful. I meant to be the oldest Marseille. I went about Marseille decks. Gorgeous Kelly Bear. Yeah, that's lovely, Simon. Yeah. I've lost the chat. I've lost it. It's scrolled. It's jumped. We're back. Beth says, that's so beautiful, Simon. I'll be inclined to place it around a goddess statue at a Stara, for example. Yeah, it's definitely going to go on my sacred space somewhere. I'm not quite sure where yet. I've got these branches. I don't mean for Christmas. Sandra will know what I mean. We bought it last year when Sandra visited me. We went to Sherwood Forest, see Major Oak. There was a craft shop, and in there was these gnarly branches, and I bought it, and you can hang things on it. I was thinking of hanging it on that. Hello, Twigger. Nice to see you. How are you? The artist is Hannah Willow. Thank you. Oh, gosh. You know when you have those blank moments? Well, you lot probably don't. I do. And as soon as I started opening it, I was like, what's the name of the artist? Completely forgot. Hannah Willow, who's an incredible artist. But they're available on her website as well, along with her other stuff. Yes, I remember. Simon, is there a deck you have always wanted but have never been able to get? God, where do I start? Yeah, Greenwood. Gosh, I've got a list. I mean, I've been very fortunate to get a lot of the unicorn decks, like the original Gil. So, trying to think off the top of my head as well. I mean, obviously, a Pame would be a dream. I still think about, have a little fancy about walking into on a trip somewhere to a little sleepy town, and I walk into a secondhand shop or a little antique shop, and there on the counter in a little box is a Pame or a Roses and Lily deck, and I'm like, wow. I can't even find my list now. Let me search for it. Well, I can cross that one off. One of them that I've got, it should be arriving any day. The Russian Lubok is incredible as well. Pavel Langer Tarot. I can take off Tarot of Oneness now. Yeah. Just so many, but it tends to be kind of, when we think about decks, that because I could get some of them, it would be very costly to get them and ship them. But when we talk about decks that we just didn't get or couldn't get, they tend to be ones that are out of print, aren't they? And therefore become really would we sorry, I've just seen something out of that. I was like, would we really care if we got one? I think that'd be one deck that I would show. I'm like, I don't give a toss about the cardstock. I've got a Pame, but I think it's thick. Esther from Mindful Tarot managed to get a Pame, I believe. And she likened it to the indie version of Wild Unknown. And apparently that was quite a thick cardstock. And I was told that the indie version of the Wild Unknown is likened to the indie version of the Inner Hue deck, Lumina Tarot. And I've got that. And that is a very thick cardstock. So I think it was quite thick. I hope that happens to you. You and me both, Mage. One can dream, can't they? Well, you know, I don't care about cardstock. I'm just curious. The Green Man Tarot is my holy grail. I'm missing a thread of a conversation. Something looks lovely. Tarot de Marseille Heritage. I'm not aware of that one. Cardstock Snob. Hello, Tammy Pie, by the way. Cardstock Snob. I just think, you know, sometimes you get a really lovely deck, a really beautiful deck, and then it's just let down by naff cardstock. And I don't know, like I've said many times, for me, tarot is also a tactile experience. So it's the whole package for me. What else is coming? Right, so managed to track down this book. This was so hard. So I've got High Priestess and Empress. So this is by the lovely Susan Wands. Let me get rid of that so you can see it properly. The lovely Susan Wands, who I had the absolute pleasure of interviewing a couple of years ago on my channel. And then actually got to meet her in person when I went to New York. She very kindly got us all in to the Met, Metropolitan Museum of Art. So I got to meet her and give her a hug. And yeah, this book, I've tried everywhere to get it. I even contacted Cheryl and said, is there any chance we can get copies of this? And she said, there isn't. It doesn't look like it's in print anymore. And I think it's going to be a series. And I read The Magician and Fool and loved it. And it's about Pamela Coleman Smith's life. And although it's a novel, but it's based on Pamela Coleman Smith's life. And it ended at the bit where she was about to be asked by Arthur Edward Waite to create the tarot, to draw the tarot. And I thought, I can't miss it, because the next book, which is Emperor and Empress, I think it's called. No, the Empress is here. So it would be the Hierophant and Emperor, because it works one back. That's where my mind has to try and reverse it. And I thought, that's coming out in May, and I can't not have it. Anyway, I managed to get a copy on eBay, which I don't like eBay, but needs must. And by all accounts, it's brand new, because the spine is intact. This hasn't been read. So I'm looking forward to reading it. And I'm going to have to wait till I've finished reading Wicked, obviously. What's this one? I love how everyone had that one deck. That's the dream, Simon. Walking into a random shop and a reasonable price. Heart of Fairy Oracle. I had them and got rid of them. Can you believe it? Both Brian Froud decks I got rid of. I was young. I needed money. Oh dear. Did she only release a certain amount of copies? I really don't know. I really don't know. I know the design has changed because I got the original Magician and Fool, and then when I had her on the channel, it was in a new. It had been re-released in by a different publisher, I think, so therefore different design. And these are kind of like, but it's quite a big book for paperback. It's pretty big size, but I can't wait. Can't wait to get started. And I struggle to read a book, so I can't read two books because I've had people say to me before, "Well, read both." I'm like, no, I have to read one book. And they say, "Oh, it's only like watching multiple TV programs. You get back into it," but no, my brain doesn't work like that. Oh, a book I'm reading says Pamela and Arthur went to the British Museum when they were showing the solar. Yes, I've heard that. I know that Pixie got her inspiration from the solar booster, definitely. I have the first one thanks to you. Did you read it? What did you think? I often read two books. I don't know how you do it. Cheryl says, at the moment, they are only being released US only. It will be restrictions placed by the distributor she uses. Wow. I can't even remember how I got the first one. Can't remember where I got it from. Or how I even heard of it. I don't know. Can't remember. I've had it for quite a few years. I have the Heart of Fairy Oracle, love both decks. One of them had really difficult font to read from memory, and I just couldn't read it. It was just not happening. So I got rid of it, and then somebody asked me, probably knew it was out of print, and I didn't, but somebody asked me, "Oh, do you want to part with that?" And I did. I can't remember if I traded it or what, but I have so many books on the go, not finished. It's embarrassing. The first one has UK distribution, right? Oh, I hope the third one don't become hard to get. When you read in a series. What's that? You and I a copy, Sandra. Don't buy it. eBay had 2. Oh, right. So there's one left, is there? I see. I missed a comment, but anyway, Simon, I thought you had the author on your channel and interviewed her. Am I making that up? Yes, that's what I was saying. I had her on a couple of years ago, and that's when she said that the design had changed. She's gone with another publisher, and I got her to read an excerpt from the book. It was brilliant. And then I met her a few weeks ago in New York, and she's the loveliest person. She really is. Sorry, what's the name of the book and the author? So this one is the High Priestess and Empress, and Susan Wands is the Wands, as in WANDS, is the author. Raven says, hello all. Susan Wands' books are listed both paperbacks and Kindle on Amazon UK. I don't really like using Amazon, but it wasn't on there when I looked. There was just the Kindle version, but that's the thing. They come and go all the time, don't they? I missed a key part of the union. Don't worry. If you're anything like me, you're probably doing lots of things at the same time. And Simon, I'm reading Tarot Well Done right now. Oh, Tarot Well Done. Okay. Not heard of that one. Do you have the first Fallen Magician? I do. In the original cover. No, she didn't get the plaque. She contacted me to say that they decided not to. It took about a year process, and then the panel decided not to. But you can apply every 5 years, I think. So you're going to go for it again in a few years' time. And hopefully, like I said, let us ask Susan to let me know, and we can get all our community behind it, and let's just flood them with signatures. The chapter is a meditation on a card, the major arcana. Okay. Okay. So a deck time. Finally, and I've not opened this yet. I was going to do a walkthrough, and then I thought I've got a walkthrough up. I'll explain why. So I'll just talk about it and show it on Saturday. So a Kickstarter came in, and I'm really excited to take a look at this, because this is the new Efflorescent tarot. Negatives first. I'm not doing Kickstarter anymore. I mean, never say never. If there's a deck that comes out and I'm like, it's the only way to get it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get it by any other way. So, for instance, if an out-of-print deck that I really want comes back for a limited run on Kickstarter, I'm going to do it. But other than that, I'm not, because A, I've said before, I'm impatient, and B, there's always issues with Kickstarter. Every deck I've ever backed, there's been a problem, with the exception of one, to be fair, which was the Brant's deck. It's gone out of my head, as it does. The Moon Baby Tarot. That just ran smoothly, and it was bang on time, if not, I think, a little bit early. But this one should have come in September. It's not too far out, is it? September to January, let's be honest. It's only like 3 months, is it? September, October, November, December, 4 months. 4 months late coming. But all the communication was saying, you will have all had your tracking by now. And I was messaging saying, I've not had my tracking. She said, well, it's been sent to this email. Check your spam. Check my spam. No tracking. And I'd even said to Sandra, I don't think this is coming, because weeks passed. And anyway, it's arrived finally. My thought process is it's probably been caught up in Christmas post or something like that. But I'm still waiting on the Victorian Fairy Tale. It's been 18 months. I had a deck like that, and at the time I said, I'm not doing Kickstarter anymore. But anyway, the reason why I've got this is I had the first version, which was just in the plain white box with a black and white design on it. And I had a friend who, sounds like we're not friends anymore. I've got a friend who really, really wanted it. And there was a deck I wanted in America that was ridiculous to try and get. Mine was out of print. So we came up with the idea of I would trade it, and he would cover all the costs for getting this deck, from buying the deck and shipping it. And he was really, really sweet, because he said, actually, I still don't think that's a fair on you. So I've also bought you the pouch that goes with it, which was really nice. But then I missed it. You know how you do. And I thought, I wish I'd still got it. And I thought to myself, well, if I ever see it around, in a trade group or whatever, I'll get it again. And then I heard she was re-releasing it. And it was going on Kickstarter. So I thought, right, well, I'll get it. She also did the Little Monsters Tarot. And at the Kickstarter, you could buy both as well. But I love the artwork of this. Now, since backing it, I did hear people when they got the card saying, oh no, I'm really disappointed it's glossy, because the original wasn't glossy. It was silky, but it wasn't glossy. And the upgrade on this is that we've got, I believe, on the cards as well, some spot glossing or foiling with metallic as well. So Also got some stickers, which will be able to go in my journal. This is an example of the artwork of the deck. This is a sticker, but this is the kind of, and I love it. It's quite sketchy, but yeah, really nice. So now it's in this 2-part box. This is the back, which is from the Ace of Pentacles, the Efflorescent Tarot by Peony Coin Archer. The Efflorescent Tarot is a botanically inspired deck in the Rider-Waite-Smith tradition with 22 card major arcana and the 4 traditional suits of Pentacle swords, rods, and cups. This 78 card deck is fully illustrated by Peony Archer with, it's white on a light background. So, an interpretive guidebook on card symbolism and plant associations by Olivia Pepper. So the original didn't have a book, I don't think. Don't seem to recall anyway. So 2-part box. Nice inside. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at the book. Yeah, they are glossy, but not huge glossy. So I'm pleased with that. But this book is gorgeous. Look at this. And this is the back. See, then I feel bad because I think, well, it's worth the wait. Even the edges are gold. Look, in the same gold as the sides. Beautiful. No images or anything in it. And the text is quite large, actually, which I always appreciate. So, nice little book. Anybody else back this? Backed. You backed it, Beth. Or are you referring to the comment above? Sambucus Tarot. Kickstarter has broken the bank for me. This is the underneath of the box. Oh my gosh, what an upgrade. What an upgrade. So we have, firstly, there's a lot of gold. It's very blingy now. A lot of gold with the box and the book. Also the edges of the cards. It's a nice thick deck. Look at these backs. They're gorgeous. So we did have that design on the box, on the white box for the original and the back of the cards. But yeah, beautiful. Here is our Fool. Don't think there is spot glossing on the cards though, so I might have misremembered that. Yeah, no, there's no spot glossing on the cards, but there is on the back, so it must have been the backs that they were referring to with these gold embellishments. So pretty. Yeah, so let's pop. I'll just quickly go through the cards so you can see them. They're a really nice size as well. So the size hasn't changed since the original. I didn't realise even the middle of the back's a gold look. Really nice. Love this art. So wistful. That's a brilliant word. That really sums up the deck. Beth, wistful. Oh, try not to get the ring light in. A lot of them, and I said this last time when I got this deck, a lot of the images, they do seem quite melancholy, but it's really beautiful. Where does one get this deck from? I'm not sure now. I mean, I would Google Efflorescent Tarot and just see if there is a shop. So obviously the Kickstarter campaign ended a long time ago. Well, those two are stuck together. That's it. Very scrawny lovers. I do like it. I'm really, really pleased to have it again. Strength. I love the strength card. Beautiful card. Are they but the same as the first edition? Yeah, it's the same artwork. Here's the Hermit. Wheel. Can't get over these backs. There's so much gold in it. It's not just the centre, this all the way through the design. There's little threads of gold. It's really, and it's being caught under my ring light, and it's just, I'm like a magpie with anything blingy. They forgot to eat. All they need is each other. Death card. I love this death card. Brilliant. I'll probably just show the majors, shall I? Unless anybody wants to see any particular minor cards. Love the star card. That beautiful blue sky. The night sky is gorgeous, as it is in the moon card. Bye, David. The hands all look AI, but I don't think they used AI because first issue. Yeah, no, this isn't AI. You can tell this into AI. Plus, I got this back in 2017. So that's what, 8 years ago. I'd like to see if they're pippy, so maybe show a few minors. Yes, I will. I'll show a few, but they're not. They are illustrated. So we will go with. Let's go with 4 of Wands. I thought there was a card missing then, but they were stuck together. 4 of Wands. It's quite beautiful. Any requests for certain cards? Hi, Tony. Here's the 6. So obviously you'd have to appreciate RWS, I guess. But it's a different take on the artwork. This is stunning. Here's the Knight. So a few people want to see the 3 of Swords. So we'll finish with Wands now. Let's go to Swords. Right at the last suit. Giselle, prepare yourself. Here's our 3 of Swords. We've done 2 and 3 of Wands, I think. Nothing so strange. 6 of Swords. I see 6 of Swords. Oh, beautiful 6 of Swords. Hi, Dawn. Oh, nephew's wedding. Oh. Just mute for a second, then I'll explain why. I'll take that. Oh, you like that one? Nice 3 of Swords. And how's your Carol Hertz's 10 of Pentacles? Okay. Gonna just show you as well. Love in the cup suit. Love the 3 of Cups. and also really love the Four of Cups. The 10 is gorgeous. Yeah, so some people want 10 of Pentacles. It's a very dark card, the 10 of Pentacles. Very dark. I like the 9. Let me just quickly show you the 9. 10 of Pentacles. The courts are really nice. I like the courts. They're quite close up, but really nice. Look at the 5 of Swords. Saw the 6. We have the Nightmare 9. 10 is always a difficult one, isn't it? And this is quite... Queen of Wands. Didn't we do Wands? I'll just quickly show Queen of Wands, and then that'll be the last one for that. Queen of Wands. Beautiful Queen of Wands. Good choice. Isn't that lovely? 5 of Pentacles. Did I not show Pentacles? There's the 5 of Pentacles. So, yeah, really thrilled. I think it's beautiful, beautiful version. I've obviously put a lot of time into updating it. I wish you could see all the little gold flecks and everything in this. It's really beautiful. But, yeah, wasn't that expensive as well on Kickstarter. I was quite surprised. And the postage was only, I think, around £25. So that's not bad. But yeah, so before we wrap up, got a little guest that wants to pop on and just have a few words. So yeah, I shall introduce our friend who we've not seen for a while. Hello, lovely. Oh, let me take you off mute. Not my fault.
Yeah, you've got Bobby in the background. He's BG, up to the BGs at the minute.
How's he doing?
Yeah, fine. We've just he's doing 2 or 3 steps now as
Oh,
he
wow.
transfers into the wheelchair. So
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, long journey for you, wasn't it?
yeah, it still is. There's still a long journey ahead, but he's home. He's
I mean,
safe.
that's what I mean. From him going into hospital and getting him home, it was...
Well, it was summer. We
Yeah,
went in the summer and then we came out and it was ice. We've missed Mabon, we missed Samhain, we missed you.
yeah.
So
And then I was away in December, and I didn't realise until after I got back and started catching up on things that it wasn't time for Christmas. But it was lovely
yeah,
seeing
we caught
the video coming in.
COVID in hospital.
Yeah,
And we were both very, very ill. And because they thought he had pneumonia at one point, in hospital acquired pneumonia is quite dangerous. So our room was locked down, and that was it. We couldn't leave, and so. But we're here.
but you're there, and he's
We're
on
here.
the mend, and that's brilliant.
Yeah,
But
home.
you asked if you could just come on, didn't you? And
Yeah, I just wanted to because like the past 4 months have been really, really difficult, and there's times where I've wanted to shout, scream, press the close button on the store because it was just stressful. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who'd carried on supporting us, because I think if people hadn't, I would have gone under.
Mm,
It's kept me going,
that's
you
lovely.
know, and it kept me give me a couple of hours away from the hospital as well because I'd come home to do parcels, check emails, and because there was no Wi-Fi in the hospital,
Yeah, because
so
of course you was having to live there as well. It wasn't just
yeah,
in hospital. You was in hospital because you was his main carer, weren't you?
yeah. So I couldn't do my day job either. So the site actually kept us afloat for a while.
Yeah.
Kind of saved us a little bit.
Oh. And that's what's lovely about this community, though, isn't it? Because we've at various stages, all of us have kind of needed some support in one form or another, and
Yeah.
always found that this community, rallies round where they can or sends lots of support and encouragement and things. So
Well, it opened my eyes a lot as well. It opened my eyes to those who I could trust and who I couldn't, and who were a bit more self-serving rather than going. Oh, I think she's having a bit of a hard time. I won't bother with that at the minute. Um, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of changes. Um, I haven't been sat in the hospital doing nothing. I've been on phones making new deals. I've got my own essential oil line coming out, which is in production at the moment.
wow.
And I came up with loads and like room fragrances, and I want to do them to meet the to match the festivals
So
and stuff.
you're actually producing them, you mean?
Yeah,
With
yeah,
your name on them?
yeah. You don't think I sat in that hospital doing nothing? I'm working overtime with nothing to do, phoning publishers, trying to get better deals so I can get the decks cheaper and stuff like
Yeah,
that, which will all be coming into fruition. So everyone will benefit from
brilliant.
my imprisonment and my release.
And there's a new room in the shop, isn't there?
There is, yeah, special edition fiction.
Excellent.
And I've got a witchy fiction coming. I've got a children's section coming. Yeah, I've got some great little kids introduction oracle cards and tarot cards and little books about fairies and witches and paganism. What else is there? Oh, I've started on the bit getting everything ready for a subscription set box.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, tarot and tea.
Tarot and tea, that's brilliant.
Yeah, so you get your tarot, you get your tea, and you get tea goodies with it.
Oh, fab.
So
Brilliant. And when you're hoping to launch that?
spring,
Yeah, it's realistic, I suppose, isn't it?
yeah, like everything that I wanted to do get started before, I've had to kind of delay.
Yeah.
But everything's starting to move forward,
Oh, good.
and everything that's been made on Wonders Emporium has been reinvested in it to be able to do these. So
Because you had to give up work as well, didn't you?
yeah,
As in not
well,
your shop, but your actual day
the
job.
actual job, yeah, yeah. Well, I started a brand new job 2 days before the accident.
Oh God.
Luckily, they've held it open for me, so I can go back to that in February. The other job, it was just getting too stressful. They wouldn't give me any time off. They were driving me nuts all the time. Go and do your work at the hospital, and I'm going, well, I can't because there's no Wi-Fi. So what do you want me to do? And the Wi-Fi had gone completely at one point for 2 weeks. The nurses were going, what? I have to use a pen and paper.
But
So,
again, like you were saying about how times like this, you get to know, people that are supportive in those arts. It's the same with employers, isn't it? You get
yeah,
to see who's a really supportive
yeah,
employer and those that probably better off being away from. So
yeah. And it's because I saw a lot of. I don't know why it became so apparent. Maybe I was just more open to it, but I saw the toxic side of the
mm,
community, which I really want to stay away from
yeah,
because it's. And but I had a lot of support from people that I'd never even spoke to before, and people emailing me that I'd never spoke to, which really warmed me.
yeah, good, good. Because we all need it at those difficult times, don't we?
Yeah, when I'm getting someone phoning me about, arguing with me about what a publisher's releasing, I'm not responsible for that. Leave me alone. You know, go and speak to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or do it with your purse. If you're not happy with a publisher's releasing AI deck, don't buy it. Do it with your purse. That's the only way to combat it. It's the only way the publishers will stop doing it.
Yeah.
Like all the AI decks from the mainstream publishers will be disappearing off the site over the next week. And there's a huge one that's coming out with US games.
Is
And
there?
and I've since found out it's AI. And so whatever I've got on the pre-order is just that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's a real shame as well. And I'm really surprised with the creators. But yeah, all the AI decks will not be getting put on the site. That was one of the conditions when I was trying to renegotiate with the publishers. I just won't do it.
It's good that they're getting that feedback as well, that there are people like you that won't stock it, because
Yeah. You
people
get to Amazon for that.
Yeah.
They don't care. They've got no ethics.
No, exactly.
So,
Publishers, aren't they?
and I also designed a load of digital journals and stuff to put on the website.
Oh.
So you could just download it, like a journal for 99p and stuff.
Not like you to keep yourself busy.
I know. And then every Saturday when I go, oh, it should be Spotlight.
Yeah,
and
well, that's all in good
the next to send out to you. And I'm like, I really want to do this.
So if there are people in the chat who are new subscribers or whatever, every month, Cheryl and I, up until the summer when Bobby, Cheryl's son, was involved in an accident, we would do Spotlight. So we would get new decks in from publishers, new decks to the UK. Sometimes they've been out in other places like the US, and we would review them. But rather than just talk about what's coming out, we'd actually show the new releases and talk about the packaging, the design, the cards,
smell them.
Yeah, how great the book is, etc. So hopefully in a few months, when things have settled back down, that will resume.
Yeah, once I've got over jumping and nervous every time Bobby tries to stand up, I'm like, oh!
Yeah, well, you're bound to be, aren't you? He's got to relearn it all over again, hasn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, no, but he's gone forward so much over the past week since he's been home. I've missed it as well, Golden.
We all have.
I don't have a social life. It's just Spotlight.
Oh, there's a question here for you. What have been her best sellers during this ordeal?
I've actually just put the top 10 up on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
out in a
Cosmic Wisdom, which I think Cosmic Wisdom was the bestseller, one of the bestsellers. But the bestseller of the year, the best-selling book was Welsh Witchcraft, and the best-selling tarot deck was the Horror Tarot by Todd Alcott.
Really?
Yeah, it outsold everything by 11 to 1. I have sold 2,500 tarot decks this year.
Wow. I thought Curious Travels would have been up there.
Nowhere near.
Really?
Yeah. I think though, because they were sent out so late, the places like Amazon just reduced it so drastically. Because, like the Tarot for Lightseers book was meant to come in October. I received it the day before New Year's Eve.
Wow.
It's sent to Amazon and that was it. So that's why I've reduced it, because now I've got 2 boxes of the book. And I have to hold on to them for 6 months before I can return to a publisher. So I'd rather just everyone gets the benefit of it and sell it on, get me money back.
Wow, brilliant, Cheryl. Smash him. Well, thank you for popping on. It's lovely to see you again and talk to you like this.
Normally.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but you've been in all of our thoughts, you and Bobby, right from when we heard it happen, and we can only imagine what you went through initially and what you've continued to go through. And it's a real testament to you that, you just try to keep everything going as well as provide round the clock.
You can't let it fall apart. You can't. No. You have to let certain things go. Like I couldn't keep up with my practice or anything, but I read so many books.
Yeah.
I read a book in hospital called Tender is the Flesh, and I should never have read it. I read it on the same day that everyone seemed to be getting the leg or the toes amputated. Right. So I'd read this book, and it was about how all the animals had caught a virus and they were all cold. So the whole of Argentina had become vegetarian, and then they decided they didn't want to be vegetarian. Argentinians like the steak. So they started raising humans to eat. And if you're really rich, you could have a cold store and just chop them off bit by bit and amputate them. And then I went outside and there's 10 people who'd had the leg amputated. And I
Oh
was like, that's that
no.
pork burger they saved us before. And even the doctors were coming going, no, I've read that book. And I'm going, no, stay away from me.
So cheers us. Hello, Cheryl. Seeing you for the first time. You're very lovely, and it's very interesting and it's inspiration to listen to you.
Thank you,
Right.
Chewy.
Yeah, so we have had a few subscribers since you was last on. So there's been about 1,000 subscribers in the
Oh my God.
6 months or so. So that's been lovely as well. So
But you will have another lovely box tomorrow. No, Monday, I
Monday,
think.
yeah.
Monday.
All right. All
Yeah,
right. Lovely.
more stuff that should have come out before Christmas and these sent it to me last week. Yeah.
Right. We'll look
Oh
forward.
no, Halloween stuff that should have come out for
Oh yeah, you sent me the list,
and
didn't
we
you?
sent it out in time for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I've got your I think it's on here ready to where are we? We'll give us people a sneak
Big
peek now.
peak, yeah.
So this one tomorrow, which is the Calandra Tarot. Is that how you say it? Calandra.
Yeah, Calandra. And Trish from 78 Tarot wrote the book.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
There's some little thumbnails on the back, and the artwork looks really nice. So
I think it's a really pretty deck.
yeah, So we've got
I don't
that
want pretty decks at the moment. I want badass, evil,
there. That
darkness.
the
Even
vibe.
my Horror of Vampires has been out every day since I came home. Kick my butt. Come on. But it's been very nice and gentle with me.
Some lovely, lovely comments for you.
Oh, thank you.
Like us all. Cheryl is incredibly strong. Yeah, so really nice. All right. Well,
Thank you for letting me
you
come up.
take care. You're welcome. You're welcome at any time. You know that.
And
And
spotlight very soon. Maybe sooner than we think.
yeah, watch this space. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Take care. See you
Bless
later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, it was so lovely to see you. Feels like forever, doesn't it? But yeah, excited to resume spotlights as soon as we're able to, really. Okay, so let's wrap up. I will pull a tarot tile and do a oh, it's off that. I was like, why have I got black bits everywhere? It's off that paper. So I'll pull a tarot tile and give them a good move around. Shake it up a bit. Oh, we have a major arcana. We have the Magician. Ooh, we have to get quite close up on these little tiles. So our message for the week: focus on your goals. And what a brilliant card! Actually, just talking to Cheryl about keeping focused and aiming for what it is that you need to aim for. Really, the Magician reminds us actually that we've got all the tools necessary to be able to go out and manifest what it is, whatever our dreams are, whatever our goal is. Go out and get it. Sometimes we're held back, aren't we, by that those doubts that we have, or that little niggly voice about it's not obtainable, you're not good enough, blah blah blah. Silence those doubts. Focus on your goal. Realize your potential, and then go out and get it. You've got all the tools necessary at your disposal. So that's our message for the week. I love these tarot tiles too. Yeah, they weren't cheap. It's probably one of the most expensive purchases ever, and that's why I'm pulling one every week, because I've just not been using them. and I wasn't going to pay all that amount of money not to use them. So I will then now choose a card from a deck, a magician card from a deck, and pop that up in the Hermit's Cave with a little bit of a summary about what I just said. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's been lovely to catch up with you all. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.